Hello guys, how are you today? I hope your day is fantastic, and hopefully my internet is going to be good enough to be able to come to you live today from Lake Tinaroo. So kids are down fishing. So far they've only caught turtles and a couple of non-keepers, but they're having lots of fun. So I thought I'd show you today, we need to make some breakfast circles. So every morning, because we don't do breads and toasts and stuff for the last 8 years, we've made these circles. So the recipe has gradually expanded and grown because the kids have multiplied and expanded and grown and require more food, and we actually make a double batch, so we've got enough for tomorrow morning as well. Not tomorrow because I'm not using it today, I'm using it tomorrow and the next day. So I thought I'll pop on today. I'm actually cooking from the back of the car, even though the caravan is just there, because yesterday was overcast and cloudy, so we actually didn't get enough solar in the van, on the van, to charge the batteries in the van. So thankfully though, we've got set up in the car where we can actually cook, because we're free camping, so we're low. We've got to mind our water and mind our power consumption. So thankfully, yeah, the back of the car means I can do this for you. So let me show you how to do this. I have prepped my ingredients because obviously I had to bring them from in the caravan here. So let me show you how to do this, and I'm actually going to double up today, and I'm going to then use my dirty bowl. I'm wondering if you guys can see that enough. Hopefully you can see the screen, but I will tell you what I put in. I'm hoping to then use my dirty bowl once we've made these on the barbecue to then actually make zucchini slice for lunch, which we've actually not had in a long time, surprisingly, because that's normally our go-to at home. So normally if we were at home, we would actually, the first thing first is actually mill down 120 grams of nuts or seeds, whatever your favorite combo is, kind of thing. Now we do this in bulk when we're away, because if we're in a caravan park, which we're not at the moment, but the last thing the neighbors want to hear at 7 o'clock in the morning is us milling nuts down, right? So we pre-mill them when we've got space to, and just fill this container and then use them as we need to. So normally you would put in your nuts and seeds, 125 grams of whatever you'd like, and you mill that down. That's first step. Then you set them aside, hence they're in a container already. Let's bring up the scales. I am just going to check this bowl. Yeah, it's got a bit of dust in it. Not too much, it's all right. We've seen a lot of dirty roads at the moment. If you could see my car, you would be, I'm appalled, but there's no water to wash it, so we can't do that. Let's bring up the scales. I'm going to tell you what I'm putting into the machine as we go. So scales, let's see if they work, because I'm actually also on about a, I don't know, 30-degree lean at the moment, so goodness knows how well they'll measure, but I did measure it out inside, never fear. Do say hi if you're watching on today as well. I know that normally I'm not on in the morning, but have to take advantage of, you know, the time and the kids being busy. So first things first is you want to put in some veggies. So this is sweet potatoes and zucchini. So we just use 1/4 of a purple onion, so I'll let you know approximately how much that is. About 60 grams of onion, because we're not huge onion fans. Hello Tia Nicole, how are you? Then we're going to put in 650 grams of sweet potato. Now just washed, not peeled, okay, in it goes. So obviously if there's yucky bits along the way, cut them off. No bigger than your blade, because you are loading this up with a lot of veggies. So you don't want to go bigger, not your blade, sorry guys, no bigger than your dial. You don't want to go too heavy, otherwise it just won't chop, because we're pretty much using the capacity to mill these down in a second. We're going to grate them down. So let's put this in. It'll be 650 grams. As I said, this recipe has expanded over the years. It probably was half this size when we started doing this so many years ago. Okay, my scales are not going to work well. That's 500 grams. It's definitely 650. I did it inside. So just trust me on that. By the way, it means it's a good idea to have a flat bench. Hello, Sky. How are you? Hey, Annette. Hey, Kathy. The last thing is 150 grams of zucchini sliced up. Ends are okay, all right? Don't chuck out an end. Don't waste that beautiful food. In it goes. Oh, look, this one didn't weigh so badly. Oh, well, doesn't matter. You just have to trust me. Now we're going to chop this down. Now, our chopping speed, you guys know, is speed 5. So let's spin it up to speed 5. It's going to take about 8 seconds because there is so much in there. So let's spin this up to speed 5. Give it about 8 seconds. Stop and So I am manually making this, if you didn't realize, by the way. This is manual cooking. There is no guided recipe for this. This has been something that's just evolved over the years. Have a look at that. So I've diced that down nicely. It actually could do with a little bit longer. There's some chunky bits on top. Let's go back up to speed 8. You don't really, not speed 8, speed 5. You really don't need to scrape down the sides unless you had a wet bowl and it was stuck to the sides. So let's wait. Let me check that out. Perfect. So now it's as simple as adding 5 eggs. So I'm not going to weigh them, am I? I'll just put them in. I've pre-cracked them because I didn't want to make a mess or take up your time. So 5 eggs ready to go in. Now you need your 125 grams of your nut mix, which I will attempt to weigh in. I think the problem with my scales is, I don't know if you guys can see, but my Thermomix, because of the angle of the back of this car, I'll show you guys at the end where we're actually located. I'll give you a bit of a view, show you how messy my car is as well. But I think because the machine is sitting on the fabric here, it's not getting that good movement it would normally get. So that's probably part of the problem, but that's all right. We'll just work with what we've got. I actually suspect this will be about 125. I think it's our last. Yeah, look, it says 13 grams. That's so not right. Anyway, that's okay. Rock with what we got. I'm fairly certain I made even portions out, so that should be 125. So let's put the lid on. I didn't pre-measure that though, but when I made that batch, what I'm trying to say is when I made that batch the other day, I made 125 times 5 to fit in there. So I'm fairly certain, as long as nobody has acquired it for other purposes, it should be fine. Now we're going to mix this through. So we put up reverse, and we're going to mix it on speed 5 again. Speed 5 all the way for this recipe. Now this is where sometimes you'll need to scrape it down depending on, I don't know why, sometimes I just find it has to be scraped, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm not sure actually why that is. Oh no, look at that. It does need a scraping to get that last bit in, but sometimes you'll find that nut mix will sit on the top. Now what's going to happen with this mix now, let me just bring you guys back over here. What's going to happen with this nut mix is it's going to go on the barbecue. Now we make little circles about the size of, a little bit larger than a glass, like a cup, that size, and they're no thicker than a pikelet. The egg in it is the setting agent, so that will set in there nicely. And we cook, I don't know how many. Greg knows how many on a barbecue. Come on, Greg. How many do you cook in a morning? He's doing the maths over there. Hello, Sharon. Hey, Belinda. Lovely to have you guys on. Can you guys see the dam behind me? Lake Tinaroo. It's just beautiful. He's trying to work out his maths over there. Sorry? 32. 32 in one batch or 32 in the double? So 32. So this is going to make 32 circles of that cup size. So it makes a huge amount. I mean, we've got 6 of us to feed. I have 1, although the kids all have 3. Hubby makes himself some massive ones that must use the other portions of mine. So that's how we do it. That then goes with our bacon and eggs, our sauerkraut. Lately the kids have been enjoying some sliced up mushroom on the barbecue and some, what's the other thing? Oh, tomato. Just that's actually been since we've come away. I'm not sure why that's been added to the mix. What's another thing right on the barbecue? And that's every morning, and we've been doing it for years, like I reckon 8 years, since Micah was little and we started, you know, trying to figure out food and what was best. So let me just swing you around, let me just show you. There's the kids down there. This is just absolutely amazing. It was very wet yesterday, we went for a big drive. I don't know if I'll get to show you the car, but it's just disgusting from the mud. I have no idea how I'm going to clean it. But it is just absolutely beautiful, and this is literally, the caravan's there, the car's here. I don't know if I can swing you guys around while you're on a live. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can make you go the other way. There you go. There's the caravan. There's, yep, there we go. There's hubby working. Excuse the towels. They have been, because it was wet yesterday, they needed hanging out, but it is stunning, Kim. Like, just sitting there, that's my chair from this morning's coffee. Absolutely amazing. So if you ever get up to the Atherton Tablelands, I would highly suggest, even if you're camping in a tent, this is just beautiful. Lake Tinaroo. There is a caravan park. We stayed down there a week ago at the holiday park, which was beautiful as well, but just, you know, there's no one around us. The closest caravan's down there, and the kids have made friends with another bunch of kids from Tasmania or somewhere, so it's just absolutely amazing. The ducks, I wish the kids could catch something. That's probably the only thing that's missing, is they keep catching turtles as opposed to keep catching fish. It's supposed to be a stocked dam. We've got our licenses for stocked dams, but all they seem to be able to catch is the turtles and some little barramundis, which are not keepers. So, but otherwise, guys, I do hope to keep coming to you live. I will put up some YouTubes in the coming days. It has been really sketchy, the internet. It really makes you appreciate what we have in Brisbane, and you know, sometimes we complain about our speeds being slow, but gosh, guys, people out here have it so much more challenging, because yeah, you just don't have that consistency. And 6 o'clock at night, everybody must be on their internets because you just have nothing at 6 o'clock. So, but I do hope to keep coming live to you. I hope your Thermomixing is going well. Please let me know if I can help you with anything. That's what I love. I love hearing from you guys. I love what you're making. Please do share your pictures. Feel free to put it on the page or in the group as you're making things. And yeah, if I can help anyone with anything, that's what I'm here for. But take care, and I do hope to come to you again soon. Bye for now.